Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Officer 24/7. This is our YouTube channel, JIB CIB English Medium, and my name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar. Today, I'm going to talk about a very important area, that is our ABFM examination, the study plan, and the syllabus. Okay, so let's talk about the specific area of what is the syllabus and what should be your study plan for the same as well. When we talk about this particular examination, everyone, CIP examination, ABFM is overall divided into I would say there are four different modules with two different natures that includes your area of number one is your Number one is your module, which is of specifically only and only numerical part is there in module B and C, and module A and D are pure theory. So thinking about the particular examination, how it has been created, let me give you a brief information about your syllabus and what should be a study plan is something that, Vesana, to be very honest, when I tell you, I'll be giving you the gist of how your study plan should look like. But personally, if you ask me whether you should be following my study plan, then it won't be the point. I'll be giving you the basically the skeleton of the entire day. The skin is something that you have to put when you're making the body. So that is why when I'm talking about, I'm going to give you a brief information about all the chapters, what exactly looks like, and how do we pursue further. But remaining is all yours. You need to define how much hours you want to allocate to each and every chapter and how are you going to perceive towards the specific area of the practice even. Okay, starting with the particular area, how many chapters are there in Module A? Module A has a total of 6 chapters. Starting from Module A is about the management process. Uh, Basics of management is the first chapter that you should do. Uh, these chapters should be done in the given sequence only because when we talk about Module A, first chapter has many theories which would be basically continued till the very last even. In controlling even you will find the reference of chapter number 1, that is basics of management. So to be very honest, when you're preparing for this examination, please make sure that you are dealing with this particular topic from this area altogether. You should be opened up towards this area altogether. Kitikana, I'll be doing with basics of management and then you'll be going for planning. Basics of management, basic terminologies, basic theories, philanthropists, philosophers, everybody who has been involved in management processes all covered there. वैसे just to give you a brief about it ना मतलब this is a general part. Do you know the term management has been taken from a Greek word oikonomos. Oikonomos means household management. So the term management that we study today has been actually taken from the house itself, from your home itself. See, if we talk about being a woman there, we have a specific thing for specific things. Uh, by this, what I mean is, if I have to keep my pen tab, there is a specific area which I have allocated. There's a specific stand even, but so what I do is I put that particular thing on its stand itself. For example, let me tell you, this is the stand for it. I'll put this in this particular stand and then I'll keep it there itself. That means in this case I have defined what I'm doing. When we talk about even the clothing, let's go to the very basic. If in any household or anybody who has been involved in laundry washing, you must have seen we separate whites from the darks and then we wash them accordingly. Now, what happens in this case is this is management. Now, put this management into the corporate world. Into the corporate world, when I talk about our senior management and the junior management work separately, right? The dark colors are basically even washed and even dried in a different manner. When we talk about the light colors, they are dried in a different manner. They might be bleached. The same thing happens in the business as well. Labor can be treated a little strictly as well. Sometimes you have to be like that because these people lack the awareness of the market, and that's why whenever someone is dealing with the labor, then they need to know their vernacular languages as well when you're dealing with that. That means in the corporate world, same thing applies. And in the offices, if you have seen, everybody has their office area defined. Okay, this is my cabin, this is your cabin, this is your meeting area, this is our canteen. What are these? Isn't this the same as I keep this particular pen tab in a specific area? This is household management. From the household management, the particular entire management in terms of the corporate world came in. That's the part of the basics of management. Then everyone, the next part is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. They are the five important steps in terms of functions of management. They're actually called the functions of management, starting from POSDCO. We said post corp actually. After controlling, we have two more points, reporting and budgeting, which is not a part of your syllabus, so that is why it is not discussed there. So planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. You think about something that is planning, then you start arranging funds accordingly, resources accordingly, that's organizing. Then you have decided everything, but who's there to execute you with you? Execute that particular part with you is your staff. Then the part is directing. Then see, directing is what I got people into my organization, but I need to tell them what to do, how to do, when to do. Basically, I have to guide them at every single point now. And the next part is controlling. Controlling means what? Controlling means if the people are not doing their work accordingly, then I'll have to make sure that they work according to that specific area altogether. That is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and then last is controlling. Next part, everyone. After this, what do we have? Is module B. In terms of module B, what do we find, everyone? In terms of module B, this is one particular area which is completely numerical based. This is one particular area where I would say module B sets the base for your module C as well as module D. So first of all, if you're literally planning to do D module or C module, you should always do the B module first, because B lays down the foundation for D module. So in this case, what do we do, everyone? In module B, the first and foremost chapter that you should do is your uh, chapter number 7. This is sources of finance and financial strategies. In this case, what do we talk about? We talk about my money being invested into the business. That's called equity. The money that I borrow from others to invest in my business is called sorry, loans. You know, preference shareholders are also kind of equity. They are also called owners of the organization, but these people lack I would say, the hunger for risk taking. So they are not interested in taking a lot of risks, but still they want to be a part of the business. So they are called preference shareholders. So they are like they have rights of equity, or the owners of the organization, as well as of the debts, the outsiders of the organization. So they have a balanced income that they would be receiving. Then everyone, the next part is capital investment decisions. Everyone, okay. These two chapters, sorry, second, eighth is financial and operating leverages. Normally, at least one five marker, I don't say five marker, but yeah, two marker, three marker. And in this way, what happens is 3 to 4 question based case study comes into the examination. So what can happen is, if there are two numericals, then 2 plus 2 numerical and one particular area of theory can be asked in the examination if it's a 3 marker question. 3 MCQ based case study. So in this case, financial leverages is basically based upon the fact that sometimes you fall short in terms of your finances. So what do? When I fall short in money, I'll borrow it from somewhere. Then we have the specific area of capital investment decisions. Capital investment decisions means the money that we're borrowing, or we are taking our own money, it doesn't matter. But we are building something big in the organization. And when you are building something big, you need more assets. You need more assets, that is your capital investment decisions. So whether we should buy the asset or whether you should avoid buying the asset, what should we do with that particular asset is to be covered in this specific area. Then these two chapters, but the 7th and 9th, these are the base for module B, C, D all together. So if you do the module B, chapter number 9, which is capital investment decisions, chapter number 10 is One part is chapter 9 is based upon the domestic organizations. If I'm in India and I think about buying a specific machine worth rupees 10 cr, how do I work about it? What is the model that I'll be using? How much income I can make? That is capital investment decisions. But then later on, if I talk about the capital budgeting, in which we say that if we are talking about international projects, I have got a project in America, I have got a project in Canada. How do they work upon that? You are using dollars in this case instead of rupees. So that's one particular difference which will arise when we talk about specifically the 10th chapter. There's no difference in what chapter number 9 and 10, but the element of international money, international currency, and more or less how does the international word impacts your decision making would be considered there. So 8 chapter number 9 lays the foundation for 10th chapter. Same it does for the chapter number 11 as well. Adjustment of risk and uncertainty. You chose a specific model, it didn't work out. So what do? You move on to some other model. That is covered in module B, chapter number 11. And last is decision making. Decision making regarding very important elements, that is the cost of the particular product, then how much of the particular stock we should be producing, and the last one is profit, cost, volume, profit. Module C is something which I would say is very interesting. Corporate valuation is how the particular organization is being valued in the market altogether. Then everyone, module number 15 as well as chapter number 14 and 15, both these chapters are based from something that takes their base from module B, chapter number 9. Capital investment decisions will basically help you to understand chapter number 15 and chapter number 16, because in this case we are talking about the money that we'll be receiving in every single year while making the decision making, whether the specific model for the financial area we are talking about making an investment and having returns, whether it's working out well or not. And then is special cases of valuation. What are the special cases of valuation? How does it work overall? Has to be seen here. Then comes the next part, everyone, module C, 17th. The chapter number 17th is the most difficult as well as the lengthiest chapter of the book. That is mergers, acquisition, and restructuring. Sometimes you cannot work on your own, everyone. You need someone to work with. For example, Vodafone and Idea both were dying individually. What did they do? They merged together and formed their own organization, and that organization has survived well in the market, isn't it? That's one particular thing even I would agree that yes, when we talk about this market, they have definitely worked well. How did they survive? Especially the just a few years back, Airtel was the leader. Vodafone and Idea were making good money, but then all of a sudden, when Jio came along, their market started declining to an extent that there was a time when it was on the verge of being closed down. So merger, coming together, following specific protocols can definitely help you to save your assets. There is deal structuring and financial strategies. What are the various deals that we are looking forward to, and what are the financial strategies overall? How do we look forward towards a business in terms of their working, and what are the financial strategies that we are building? Then comes the last module, which is pure theory, but very interesting one. First is hybrid finance. Between equity and debt, two extreme corners, there is one particular area called hybrid, where we can say they have traits of debt and they have traits of equity. Then everyone, when you start a business, it's definitely not easy. So what do? Whenever you start a specific business, you look forward towards a specific area of understanding how much money do you need when you start a specific business. All those parts has to be there. Startup finance helps you to even understand what are the various contests and the shows where people can go ahead and showcase their particular technology and all, right? So in this case, that is covered in startup finance. Then we have the era of private equity and venture capital. Private equity and venture capital is if I need money, whether I'm going to ask my knowns to provide me money or I'll be taking it from outsiders. That is venture capitalist. But venture capitalists are more or less vultures, everyone. The moment they see that your business might be growing further, they can create a huss and fuss about it, and they'll be like, I would like to buy this organization. Then we have the specific area of module D, Number 22 is artificial intelligence. AI is now round the clock, everyone. This is it is actually very quite it is very common in the market to talk about AI right now. It has been introduced in phones, it has been introduced on our laptops and the search engines, and but then even now it is being introduced in washing machines and etc. as well. AI is basically giving information to the particular machine so that they can talk like, they can think like a human being. But obviously, this particular thing is still in a primitive stage. Maybe in a few years it will get better, but currently it is in the primitive stage. Then comes business analytics as management tool. Someone said that this is not true. You need to give them statistics why it is not true. Or if you feel it is true, then what is the specific area of the statistics that you have seen which others haven't? Then green and sustainable financing, when you want to grow and you don't want to hurt the economy, is covered under green and sustainable financing. And last is special purpose acquisition vehicle. This particular is a special purpose acquisition company. Something in this case, they said that when we talk about this particular chapter now, this chapter is the smallest chapter in the book, and yet in the examination it came for quite a good marks in the last attempt. So when you are preparing for this examination, everyone prepare well, and at the same time when you are preparing, this is the entire topics, and there's one more thing. How do you work upon it? Technically you cannot give more than half an hour a day, so then what you can do is you can divide your 12 weeks for this. 12 weeks matlab 3 months. Divide this particular area and spend 1 or 2 weeks on each and everything, so that you can deal with it properly. For example, first 2 weeks are actually enough for management process. From the third week itself you can actually start with the second module, and overall 2 weeks are enough for module B as well, and then 3 weeks are enough for module C, and again very less time is required for module D. Module D, if you sit down and study, it will take lesser time to cover. Then everyone, what should be your strategy? First of all, please review your specific books every day. We are providing a lot of ebooks, MCQs, all that. You should be reviewing it. And then as practice problems, try the mock test and try the various solving of areas, whether you're getting the answer or not. Then everyone, so this is one particular area that we'll be talking about. Then we have the group discussions. If you have the time, then you can definitely sit with your peer group and talk about all these areas. And module review, just go through the modules for this particular study. Now, final assessment should be based upon revise the concept individually, chapter wise, and then give test. Focus upon the areas where you have uh, weaker learning process, or you're not able to learn properly, and then practice previous year questions. We have shared it in our Telegram channel as well, everyone, so you can find the previous year questions there. Then assessment methods. Whenever you're looking forward towards assessments, then try the mock test. Quick tests are there, and even case studies are also given to you. Along with this, you can study the particular reference from the ebooks, as well as the quick notes is something that you should prepare. Ebooks is ours, and e-notes or quick notes should be yours. And since it's a continuous learning, one of the basic things that you have to remember is please keep an eye on IIBF updates, whatever they're providing you. Watch this YouTube sessions in terms of this. We are creating mini marathons, maha marathons of different subjects. So if you get time, then you should definitely spend that particular time on all these things. Then, chali everyone, before I end the particular session, please go ahead and check out our YouTube channel as well as our this is our website www.247.com. Slide down, go on to the area of JAIIB and CAIB. This is our CAIB June 2025. Go for the Mahapack, everyone. This is one of the best things to do. Bilingual English medium, online live classes, previous batches, test series, ebooks, all the things based upon Macmillan book is also there. Then at the same time, double validity is going on, everyone. And pata, you can get extra discounts as well. How can you get it? Use the code Y 541 and apply it, and you will get it for 6823. Currently 79% discount is going on, plus 1% extra if you download the app. So go ahead and just check it out right away so that you can get the app at the most the specific price where it is least. Thank you everyone. I'll be meeting in the next session. Happy holiday. Bye bye. We'll be meeting tomorrow. Take care.